Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. It is time for us to do a 10-month update for my Pan That palette for 2018. Before we get into where I was last month and where I am this month, a lot of people have been asking me what my plans are for 2019. Honestly, I have no idea at this point. I don't really have another palette in mind that I want to use, and I haven't really done a lot of exploration. And I think it's because until I see exactly where I am at the end of this year, I won't know if I'm ready to ditch this palette or if I want to keep playing with it and pan something else alongside of it. So that's where I'm at. I am surprised to know that because this time last year I knew deep down I wanted to pan my Lorac Mega Pro, but jumping ahead this year, I really am just not sure where we're at. So as soon as I know, I will let you know. But I'm going to go ahead and show you what my palette looked like after last month's usage. Here's what my palette looks like after 10 months of usage. Okay, so as you guys can see, notably, I had spent most of this last month working on blush. I don't love blush as a lid color. I feel like it is really powdery and you pack a lot on your lid to produce like enough sufficient pink color, and then throughout the day it really kind of fades away and drifts up into the crease. But I still at least felt like it gave me more variety than only having opal, so I really just kind of put pedal to the metal and was working on that. I was also mixing it with brown. That was the go-to crease shade, which is why I have officially hit pan on brown. I really like this in my crease. I think it's a nice, not too dark, not too light brown coloring in there. So I do feel like I can wear it on a pretty everyday basis. And so for majority of the month, that's what I was doing. I was doing blush and brown. I also did some work on opal. I don't know if you'll be able to really pick it up with the lighting, but there is like a pretty healthy dip happening in the pan. I was predominantly using opal with sienna, which is why the sienna pan has sort of drifted further. I'm kind of going with the same strategy that I did down here, where I'm just sort of diagonally using up the pan. But once I got hooked on wanting to use blush up, I really sort of ditched opal. I used sepia a little bit with opal as well, but not a ton. I'm surprised I haven't hit pan on sepia yet, but I feel like once I am done with blush and I go back to using just opal, I'll definitely work through more of sienna and definitely a lot more through sepia. I also tried using copper. I did copper on the lid just one day and didn't really like it. It kind of muddied with any of the other colors in here. And then as per one of your suggestions, I combined copper and opal on my lid and I still didn't like the look of them. Copper has a really different texture than any of the other shades in here. It is almost like a flaky type of shade, and you can see I only used it a couple of times, but there's like a clear noticeable usage texture, unlike any of the other like shimmery satin metallic shades in here. So it's got a weird texture. This to me would definitely probably be more of a crease shade than anything else, which is kind of a bummer because I don't need any more crease shades in this palette. I would be curious to see if I could find any use for orchid as a lid color. I've done that a few times with like mulberry and merlot over the course of this palette's life and haven't loved it, but I never tried orchid with brown, so I may give that a try in November once I am done with blush. But definitely the big focus is to get blush used up. It shouldn't take me more than like, I don't know, 2 weeks at the most to get that used up, and then maybe playing around with some other shades in here and also working on opal. So that's where I'm at with the palette. Still surprisingly enjoying it. I have to say that using my Lorac Mega Pro palette has made me really love and appreciate the Lorac eyeshadow formula. I've been doing a lot of comparison with my palettes on the chopping block to the quality of this palette, and I find myself saying like it's not as good. I'd rather use the shades in there versus the shades in this palette, and so it really has raised the bar in terms of quality. The other update that I have really fast is my Too Faced matte eyes. The little like ribbon thing fell off of this, so I have to open it kind of funky now, but you really can't see any progress on here, which is so sad, but I swear to you, there is like a pretty big dip happening in here, which is nice, but I will be super shocked if I get pan on this. If nothing else, it shows you how much usage you can get out of the matte shades from Too Faced. Am I super keen to want to use this whole palette? No, but I'm at least getting a lot of use out of this cream shade. All right, guys, that is it for me and this update. I look forward to bringing you an update at the 11th month mark, and I'll talk to you in my next video real soon. Bye.